and the rest of your East Central Hornets. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise, remove your hats, and direct your attention to the United States flag hanging proudly center field.
We welcome you to San Antonio, Texas on the campus of East Central High School. It's another district battle between the East Central Hornets and the Buda Johnson Jaguars. Sam came in on the call. Welcome to another weekend of league play baseball. The Jags, after a split versus the Clemens Buffaloes, will start on the road here in the east side of San Antonio, taking on an East Central Hornets team. This is a big series for both, right outside the playoff picture on that bubble. Currently coming into this one, Steele and Buda Johnson at 3-2 in district play, the third and fourth seeds, with East Central right behind them at 4-3, trying to get inside the top four and make the playoffs. East Central 9-8 on the year. It's been a up and down year. They're extremely well coached, according to head coach Yeager of Buda Johnson. For East Central, they're led by a third-year head coach, Hector De La Guido. And right now, it's been an up and down year. They have not played a complete game just yet. They're trying to find their bats, find the timely hit, but they rely on their pitching and getting the ball to start Tuesday night will be number one, Avon Juarez. Juarez on the year, 7 appearances, a 2-0 record with 1 save. Has 16 innings pitched, given up 9 runs, 7 of those earned for a even 3.00 ERA. 14 hits given up, 16 Ks to 13 walks. And he will face a powerful Buda Johnson lineup. Still trying to find their way. And first pitch, swing and a miss. It's a nice day, but it's very windy. 86 degrees here at first pitch. Winds coming out of the southeast at 19 miles an hour, gusting to 28. It's with the hitters today. You can see the flags all over the ballpark. Dead center field is the national flag, and then East Central bannered flags, and left center, right center, and just inside both of the foul lines. Starts us off. 409 hitter this year. 567 on base percentage for the Jags. Breaking ball that drops in for strike 2. Takes the count up to 1-2. Right on left. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Juarez starts out with an early K.
12, Selvin Garrett.
Rest of the lineup for the Jags go as followed. Selvin Garrett in the 2-hole. Ricky Montijo bats third. Anderson Burnt, the starting pitcher for the Jags today, will hit for himself. In the cleanup spot, Thomas Schnabel, John Duran at first base. John Duran will bat 4th, Thomas Schnabel 5th, Anderson Burnt 6th. DHing today is Joseph Cardona Jr. Luke Lavasser bats 8th, and Brinley Oaks will bat 9th. Quickly a 2-0 count to Selvin Garrett, laying off the off-speed. And now it's 3-0. Pitching into a headwind is Juarez, and it'll be a 4-pitch walk to Selvin Garrett.
Up next to
His
bat,
9th
20,
walk
Ricky
of
Montijo.
the year. And Ricky Montijo, one of 2 Jags to play in all 20 games, has batted .367 on the year, .446 on base percentage, and the team best .592 slug percentage. Five stolen bases on the year for Garrett. That one's a pitch out. Staying put is Selvin Garrett. Ball 1 to Montijo. Coming off a good week versus the Buffs is Montijo. Back-to-back multi-hit games. 2 for 4 game 1 and 2 for 3 game 2. Throw over to first. Back sliding safely is Garrett. One-0. Curveball in the dirt. Blocked up by the catcher as it goes down to a 2-0 count. Working in the field with Juarez. Behind the plate, Zach Ariza. In the infield from right to left, Sean Tijerina at first. At second base is Vincent Ramirez. Called strike makes it 2-1. Shortstop Leo Gonzalez. Third baseman Gonzalo Martinez. And in the outfield from left to right, Charles Sanchez in left, Cody Sutton in right, and Josiah Salas in center. Two-one count to Montijo. Another throw over to Garrett. 5 for 5 in stolen bases. Has been picked off once. That was against a lefty, Jack Vasquez of San Marcos, still teetering towards second, and that one almost away. Off and running is Garrett, 2-1. Swing and a miss on the curveball, but a good pitch to steal on. As Selvin Garrett swipes yet another bag. 6 for 6 on the season. So a 2-2 count. Runner in scoring position for Ricky Montijo. 17 RBIs on the year, 18 hits total. Trying to drive in some more runs, something he's been the best on the team in doing. That one's going to bounce out of play. under the football bleachers. The away team stands. Backs up the away team stands from football to baseball. Hornets Stadium just to our right as we sit here at Bartleson Field. 2-2. Inside fastball runs in and hits Montijo. So 2 free passes surrendered by
Up next to bat, number
Ivan
30,
Juarez.
Johnny Duran.
So now it's Johnny Duran's turn. 18th game he's played in. Montijo will be courtesy ran for. Number 27, Parker George, will run for him. Plenty of speed as he replaces the catcher. You get to see courtesy runners for both the pitchers and catchers. Good leave there for Duran. Another breaking ball that backed up on Ivan Juarez. 1-0. Goes right back to the well. This one's called a strike. 1-1. Duran batting .238, an on-base percentage of .373 this year. 10 hits, 2 doubles. 9 RBIs, 8 runs scored. Has 4 walks and has been hit a team high 5 times. 2-1. This one's hit right back up the middle, past a diving second baseman and Ramirez. Selvin Garrett will be waved home, and an early 1-0 lead for the Buda Johnson Jaguars.
Up next to bat, number 17, Thomas Schnabel.
So Duran gets into double-figure RBIs, that being his 10th RBI on the year, his 11th hit. Selvin Garrett scores his 18th run of the season, and still runners at first and second, 1 out. Thomas Schnabel up to the plate. Big swing, and comes up empty as we get a large wind gust. It's going to be a hitter's field day, is what it seems like with this wind. Earlier it was blowing out to more right center field. Now it's just blowing straight out to center field, directly at the backs of the hitters. 0-1 to Schnabel. This one's fouled behind us. And quickly down 0-2. Schnabel, one of 2 Jags, batting over 400. This is his 15th game, batting at 400 even. 489 on base percentage and 525 slug percentage. And caught stealing, now getting in a rundown is Parker George. He's still in the pickle, almost. Did he actually escape the tag? He did. He was able to get around Juarez. Ivan Juarez did a good job of having the inside move. Caught Parker George, and the sophomore, some sneaky skills around the bag. He'll be awarded a stolen base. Johnny Duran stayed at first, so runners are at the corners for Thomas Schnabel now. Juarez comes set at the head. This one's a deep drive to left field. That one's way out of here. No need for the wind. Thomas Schnabel sends a charge into left field. his second home run in as many weeks. Had a grand slam against Clemens game 1, and he hits a 3-run homer to give Buda Johnson now a 4-0 lead. That was a no-doubter for the Abilene Christian commit. Squared that one up and sent it straight out of here. And quickly to the mound is head coach of the Hornets, Hector Delgadillo. His 3rd year as the head coach, is assisted by Adrian Juarez, Aaron Chafin, and Jacob Guerra. 9-8 on the year, 4-3 in district play. Last year, Hornets went 11-21, 6-9 in district play, just 1 spot shy of making the playoffs. A district where they faced New Braunfels, San Marcos, Steele, Clemens, and Judson. Finished above the Judson Rockets, but missed the playoffs for the first time since 2017. 1-0 swing and a miss from Anderson Burnt, trying to help himself out. He fouls this one out of play. That'll get into the football bleachers. Count goes to 1-2. Burnt, 375 hitter, 474 on base percentage, even 500. One of 3 Jags with a slug percentage of 500 or better, and he goes down on strikes. So both outs for Juarez have come via the K, getting Plummer and Burnt to swing through strikes. And now Joseph Cardona Jr. comes to the plate with 2 gone. That one's low. 14th game Cardona Jr. has played. Just a sophomore. Sees that one for a called strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Has struggled a little bit here in his sophomore year. Only 5 hits. But when he has connected, he's shown the pop. 5 hits, 1 of those a double, 1 of those a home run. One of 3 players with a home run this year. Both Montijo and Schnabel, all 3 of them came in with 1 home run apiece. And Thomas Schnabel, with that swing just a few minutes ago, took the team lead with his 2nd homer. Count runs full to Joseph Cardona Jr. Is fisted over to first base, a race to the bag, and a little bit of a collision, but able to get the out was Sean Tijerina to end the top of the first, but plenty of damage done by the Buda Johnson Jaguars. 4 runs on 2 hits. The big one coming from Thomas Schnabel. A 3-run homer gives a great first inning and a good start to the week here on the road for the Buda Johnson Jaguars.
Baby, don't you treat me this way, girl, I'll be back on my feet someday. Don't care if you do all this understood. You ain't got no money, you just ain't no good. Well, I guess Yes, if you say so, I'll have to pack my things and go. That's right, hit the road, Jack. Don't come back no more.
Buda Johnson with a early 4-0 lead. 4 runs on 2 hits. First 2 to reach were Garrett and Montijo on free passage. A walk to Garrett. Montijo hit by a pitch. An RBI single by Johnny Duran scored Selvin Garrett, and then a 3-run blast from Thomas Schnabel has an early Kirsten for Anderson Burnt, getting the start on Tuesday night once again. A 2-0 record, has 2 saves, this being his fourth.
6, Leo Gonzalez.
His 4th start of the year, 9th game he's pitched in. 18 1/3 innings pitched, has only given up 6 runs, all of them earned on 15 hits, 20 Ks, and only 4 strikeouts. 254 batting average for his opponents. It's been the most consistent pitcher for Coach Yeager so far this year. Coming off an outing, only really had 2 mistakes, and both of those were home run balls that he gave up. A 2-run homer and a 3-run homer. Went 4 innings, 7 strikeouts, 1 K, or 1 walk, excuse me. 5 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. They'd end up coming back to win that game after being down 5-1, winning that contest 9-5 on Tuesday versus the Clemens Buffaloes. 1-1 to Leo Gonzalez. This one's skied into left center field, drifting back now and making the catch. For out number 1 is Thomas Schnabel.
Hornets number 24, Sean Tejerina.
So the rest of the lineup for East Central goes as follows. After Leo Gonzalez flew out to Schnabel, Sean Tejerina toes into the box. Zach Ariza will bat third. On deck currently J.D. Vargas, a designated hitter, bats cleanup. Vincent Ramirez playing second base, bats fifth. Josiah Salas sixth. Gonzalo Martinez seventh. Charles Sanchez eighth, and Cody Sutton ninth. First pitch, fastball, runs outside to Tejerina, one of the top returners on this Hornets roster. Second team All-District last year. Senior utility player for East Central. Sees a pitch for a strike, 1-1. Going the other way, and this one will get down in front of Plummer. So an opposite field single
Up next to bat for the
for
Hornets,
Sean
number
Tejerina.
11, Jesus Padilla.
And actually it'll be not Zach Ariza, but they're saying it's Jesus Padilla batting in the 3-hole. First pitch to Padilla, upstairs for ball 1. Padilla on the year, batting .310. Junior has 9 hits, 2 extra base hits, 1 double, 1 triple, 8 RBIs, 4 runs scored. On base percentage just under 400 at .394. Burnt responds with a strike. Another 1-1 count. And pickoff attempt, back sliding is Tejerina. Talking to head coach Austin Yeager for this contest. This is an East Central team that Likes to be aggressive on the base pass. Some steals, some bunts, some hit and runs, trying to turn the double play, and this one's thrown just outside the dugout. Trying to turn the double play was Lavasser. It sailed out of his hand.
Up next to bat for the Hornets,
they did get 13, the lead out.
JD Vargas.
So Tijerina out on the 5-4 put out. No error from Lavasser on that fielder's choice. Brings up JD Vargas, the designated hitter. And since Padilla is also the catcher, he'll be courtesy ran for. Pinch runner is going to be number 10, Zach Ariza, junior outfielder, courtesy running for Padilla. 2 gone in the bottom of the first. Brushed up inside is JD Vargas. Vargas, just a sophomore, playing in his 11th game. Team best batting average at .438. On base percentage of .550. Trying to keep this first inning rolling for East Central. Fastball high. Runs to 2-0. Ariza at first. 2 gone in the bottom of the first. Pickoff attempt, and backsliding safely head first is Ariza. Burnt. Just about a month and a half ago, committed to play at Western Texas College. Leaves that fastball upstairs again. 3-0. First 3-ball count for Burnt today. All the action, the first 3 batters were on 1-1s. Off and running, and sliding safely is Ariza. It was called a strike. No tag applied. So stolen base for Zach Ariza. So head coach Delgadillo looking for a timely hit from his cleanup hitter, JD Vargas. 3-1. Foul tipped off the mitt of Montillo. The count runs full. So a full count. Vincent Ramirez on deck. The 5-hole hitter for the Hornets. Burnt looking for a shutdown inning. Comes set at the chest. 3-2. Sky, center field. Schnabels has a beat on it. He'll make the second catch of this inning for out number 3. So no runs on 1 hit, 1 left stranded for the Hornets. We're through 1.
16 pitches for Burnt.
4-0 lead for the Buda Johnson Jaguars. So already a new pitcher for the Hornets. Head coach Hector Delgadillo trying to possibly save Juarez for Friday night now, with kind of the conditions of this one being what they are, throwing into a headwind. Gonna be a tough day for pitchers, a big day for the bats. And so he turns to the bullpen after just 1 inning. They go to another right-hander, number 3, Brandon Daniel, junior shortstop and pitcher. This is his 4th appearance of the year, has pitched 4 innings, has given up 3 hits, 10 Ks to 4 walks. So a good sign by the Buda Johnson Bats, running off one of the best pitchers for this Hornets team out of the 1st inning. And we'll try to keep the mojo rolling here in the 2nd. Levasseur, Oaks, and then back to the top with Gannon Plummer. Buda Johnson team that in all 3 of their district wins
the Jaguars, number 10, Luke
have
Levasseur.
had double-digit hits. And their victory versus Clemens Buffaloes, they scored 9 runs on 10 hits, no errors. And then in the sweep versus the Canyon Cougars, it was a 11-1 victory, run roll fashion, in 5 innings, 11 runs on 11 hits, no errors. They also won 8-3 at home to complete the sweep, 8 runs on 13 hits and 2 errors committed in that contest. Fastball up and in, takes the count to 2-0 to Luke Levasseur, batting .341. He, just like Montijo, has played in every single game thus far. 2-1 as he fouls this one away. On base percentage of .420. 15 hits, 10 RBIs, 10 runs scored this year. 2-1. Nice curveball there. Takes the count to 2-2. And a swing and a miss. The 3rd time the Buda Johnson Jags have gone down on strikes, and it's the first K of the day for Braden Daniel. 1 gone. Brandon Daniel, not Braden. So now Brindley Oaks gets out of the way of that breaking ball. Oaks just under 300 batting average on the year at .295. This one trying to burn the center fielder. It will one-hop the wall. This hit might get him to 300. It's a stand-up double for Brindley Oaks. His 4th double on the year. Now his 14th hit. And it's back to the top of the lineup. So now 1 on, 1 out for Gannon Plummer. Leadoff hitter. Struck out his first time up against the starter, Juarez. Sees a changeup down for ball 1. Currently on a 7-game hitting streak. 5 of those 7, he had a multi-hit game. was 1 for 3 in game 2 against the Buffs. A game 1 victory, went 3 for 4. They hit in every single district contest. Sees a curveball for a strike. Makes it 2-1. Set at the belt. Delivery home from Daniels. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Count even at 2-2. So Oaks at second. 2-2 count. 1 away in the top of the second. Curveball put back up the middle. Bobbled at short. Picked up by the second baseman. Safe at first is Gannon Plummer.
Up next to bat for the Jaguars, number 12.
Leo
Sylvan
Gonzalez
Garrett.
couldn't field it cleanly. Ramirez tried to pick him up, and too much speed for Gannon Plummer. He'll reach on an error. So runners at first and third now for the Buda boys. Sylvan Garrett walked and scored his first time up. Has a chance to drive in some runs here. Big gust of wind, and stepping off will be Brandon Daniel. First pitch, pulled outside. 1-0 count. Garrett on the year batting .347, on base percentage of .441. Has 17 hits. Has now scored 18 times. Has 8 RBIs on the year. Pick off to first. Backsliding head first is Plummer. And the first base coaching box, varsity assistant Coach Spiegelmeyer. Head coach Austin Yeager in the third base box. Line drive the opposite way. That'll plate Oaks. Trying to go first to third is Gannon Plummer. An RBI single from Sylvan Garrett makes it a 5-0 game. And runners still at the corners for Buda Johnson. Coach Yeager wanting a quick start. He sure got it today. Bouncing back after having their 8-game winning streak snapped on Friday. Showed good fight in that contest. Got down early against the Buffs. Top 2 teams in the district. They spotted Clemens 3 in the first. 1 in the third. Was down 4-0 before they plated a run in the top of the fourth on an RBI single from Anderson Burnt after Ricky Montillo doubled for his first of 2 hits on Friday. Buffalo's expanded the lead to 5 after 2 in the bottom of the 5th. Jags scored 3 in the bottom or top of the 6th, but could not muster up another comeback like they did last Tuesday, coming back from 5-1 down to win 9-1. 0-2 count now to Ricky Montijo. Fouls this one away.
Heads up.
Shy of the football bleachers. Garrett at first, Plummer at third. 3-hole hitter Montillo at the plate. 0-2, 1 out. Deliver home, swing and a miss. A nice changeup. Strikes out a fourth
number 30,
jag. And now Johnny Duran had the RBI single to plate the first run, comes up with 2 on and 2 out. Back pick is not in time as fastball was pulled outside. Might as well take a chance there from the catcher, Jesus Padilla. Sent into right center field, drifting back and under it is Salas. He makes the grab for out number 3. But Buda Johnson scratches across another run here in the top of the second. They score 1 run on 2 hits. The RBI single from Selvin Garrett makes it a 5-0 lead, going bottom 2 here in San Antonio. Bottom 2 we go. East Central trying to claw their way back into this one. 4 in the top of the first, another in the top of the second by Buda Johnson, as the Hornets in a early deficit. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up against Anderson Burn. Vincent Ramirez sees the first pitch pass ball on the outside corner for strike 1. Ramirez playing second base today. Batting .200 on the year, 5 hits, 7 runs scored, 7 RBIs. Has also walked 7 times. Much better on base percentage at .394. And time called from our field umpire, Johnny Duran, is going to have to get the oven mitt glove out of the back pocket of Anderson Byrne. Must have had it once he was still getting ready to hit after Johnny Duran ended the inning. Burnt was 2 away. He'll bat second in the top of the third. 1-2 just outside. Two to Ramirez. This one's lined. On the run is Schnabel again. Great range in center field is Thomas Schnabel.
For the Hornets, number 28, Josiah Salas.
He's got 3 of the 4 outs for Anderson Burnt now. Solid contact from Ramirez, ends up in and out, unfortunately. If you're a Hornet fan. Josiah Salas Sees a first pitch strike. So much better start to this inning for Burnt. Starting off both hitters with the first pitch strike. Able to hold his swing there was Salas. Playing center field today. Senior outfielder trying to find his swing. 2 for 17 on the year at the plate. On base percentage at .250 with 3 walks. This being the 15th game he's played in. To win on offering from Burnt. Inside fastball for strike 2. Two. High pop up. Having room is Johnny Duran in foul territory, and he'll make the play. So 2 up, 2 outs for Anderson Burnt.
Up next to bat for the Hornets, number 4, Gonzalo Martinez.
Now the third baseman, Gonzalo Martinez, into the box. Gonzalo batting .207 on the year. This is his 13th game he's appeared in. .303 on base percentage. 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, and 1 RBI. Deep drive into center field. Schnabel again makes 2 of the 3 outs in the inning. It's a 1-2-3 frame for Anderson Burnt. At 27 pitches through 2 innings. And Buda Johnson with a 5-0 lead going to the 3rd. Top 3. It's a 5-0 Buda Johnson lead. Jags trying to start another winning streak here today. Their longest of the year. 8 games snapped on Friday. But it's been a good start to the year for Coach Yeager and company. A 14-5 record. So far in district play. Lost their district opener to San Marcos.
Jaguars, number 17,
swept
Thomas
the Canyon
Schnabel.
Cougars. And split the series versus Clemens. Their 6th and 7th district contest coming this week. And after this week, they'll have 5 more series next week versus Judson. The following week with Steele, and then 1 more game to finish off the home and home with the San Marcos Rattlers on April 22nd before playoffs start at the beginning of May. One of those teams that came in with a lot of expectations, ranked in the top 35 and 6A schools according to prepbaseball.com, and down on 3 straight is Thomas Schnabel.
Up next to bat for the Jaguars,
So unable to
Anderson Burnt.
keep the good times rolling after his home run in his first at bat. Strikes out looking. So the 5th strikeout by East Central pitching brings up Anderson Burnt, who was the first, had a strikeout his first time up. This one scares the pitcher as it's a line drive single up the middle for a 1-out base runner.
Up next to
Got a
bat for the
piece of
Jaguars,
Daniel's
number 9,
glove,
Joseph
so
Cardona Jr.
No need to go out to check on Brandon Daniel. Now 1 for 2 today is Anderson Burnt, doing it on the mound and in the box. He'll have a courtesy runner, it being number 2, Grayson Laborde. Fastball runs outside, ball 1. Joseph Cardona Jr. DHing for Devin Bisbee, who's playing in right field today. Goes after this one, floating back in left field. That's got a lot of carry. It 1 hops the wall. Getting the stop sign at third base is Grayson Laborde, and it's another extra base hit for the sophomore Joseph Cardona Jr.
Next to bat for the Jaguars, number 10, Luke
His 6th
Lavasser.
hit of the year, 2nd double of the season, and 2 more in scoring position for Buda Johnson. So now here comes Luke Lavasser. Struck out swinging his first time up. Infield on the grass, trying to cut the run at home. Off speed, out of the zone for a ball. Runners at second and third. Out of the windup. Fastball with some chin music. Hitters count now for Luke Lavasser. 2-0. Nice block behind the plate. Padilla keeping Laborde at third, but it's now a 3-0 count to Luke Lavasser. Brentley Oaks on deck. Doubled his first time up. 3-0. Fastball does get the late strike call. So 3-1. Laborde at third. Cardona Jr. at second. Infield playing in. 3-1, 1 out. Nice breaking ball there. Second time Lavasser has taken a step towards first and then been brought back by a strike call. So the count runs full now. 3-2. Daniel spikes it in the dirt. And it'll be a walk to Lavasser that loads the bases. Brentley Oaks to the dish. Doubled his first time up as we get another huge gust of wind from behind. Oaks just a sophomore, part of a multi-talented sophomore class. Selvin Garrett, Joseph Cardona Jr., Reed Deersky, who is hoping to come back here in the next week or two. Also Parker George, who is back from injury but still slowly being worked in. Swinging at the 1-1 in the dirt. And count goes to 1-2 to Brentley Oaks. Bases loaded, top 3. 1 gone. Trying to score for a third straight inning. Oaks, good leave outside. Tried to go with Looked like a change-up. Two. This one into center field. Under it, making the catch, trying to tag late is Laborde. Throw is cut off. It'll be a sac fly for Brindley Oaks. First RBI today for Oaks. 2 quality at-bats for the 9-hole hitter. And it's the 3rd straight inning. Buda Johnson has scored. Now 6-0 with 2 away. 2 more still on the pond for Plummer. 0 for 2 today. Struck out and reached on an error. On a ground ball to the shortstop, Leo Gonzalez. First one all the way to the backstop. It's a large backstop and large foul territory area. So Cardona Jr. and Luke Levasseur up 90 more feet. Both into scoring position on the wild pitch. One 0 to Plummer. And that one gets away from Padilla again. Cardona Jr. will come in to score. It's now a 7-0 lead for the Buda boys. So back-to-back curveballs that have gotten away from Padilla, as well as the pitcher Daniel. That one felt more like a wild pitch or a pass ball versus a wild pitch. Another one out of the zone, so a 3-0 count. Selvin Garrett on deck has reached both times. RBI single his last time up. And a 4-pitch walk issued by Brandon Daniel to Gannon Plummer.
Up next to bat, number 12.
So on base
Selvin
once
Garrett.
again is Gannon Plummer. Selvin Garrett. 2 on, 2 out, 2 across in the 3rd. First pitch to Garrett. Blocked up by Padilla. One 0 count. Called strike. 1-1. Off and running is Plummer, blocked up by Padilla, so no throw. It'll be another stolen base for Gannon Plummer on the year. Trying to keep pace with Selvin Garrett coming into the contest. Selvin had the team high with 5 stolen bases, picked up 1 in the first. Plummer with 4. Getting out of the way of that curveball. 3-1 count now to Garrett. Ricky Montijo on deck. So Plummer now with 5 stolen bases after that one. Swiping second. 3-1, 2 outs. Swing and a miss at that curveball. Upset with himself a little bit is Garrett. The count runs full. Levasseur at 3rd, Plummer at 2nd. Ricky Montijo, RBI leader on the team, on deck. 3-2, caught looking is Selvin Garrett. So that will end things in the third. Another strikeout for East Central pitching, but they cannot keep the Buda Johnson Jaguars off the board for the third straight inning, scoring 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 left stranded. We go bottom 3, 7-0 lead for the Jacks.
If so, would you please stand? Please give these men and women a round of applause. Thank you for your service. Did you know that all East Central schools are Purple Star campuses, meaning we have demonstrated exceptional work with military-connected families? Providing adequate space and facilities is important as more military families enter the district. Bond 2025 will add a new high school and 2 elementary schools. Register to vote by April 3rd. Early voting begins April 22nd, and election day is May 3rd.
Bottom 3 we go, here from the east side of San Antonio on the campus of East Central.
Up to bat for the Hornets.
The Hornets down here at home, 7-0. Buda boys have come back firing after a tough loss on Friday night. Wanted to strike early after being down in both of their games last week versus Clemens. Was able to come back at home versus the Buffaloes. Was not able to come back in game 2. But it was a series that, kind of talking to Coach Yeager, said he would have taken a split. Obviously, you want to win every single one, but a split at that age. Pitching has been one of the question marks for his team with all the injuries that have kind of plagued them this year. Starting to get fully healthy, trying to solidify that pitching staff, and Anderson Burnt's been their main guy, most consistent on the bump. Has only surrendered 1 base runner in this one, it being a single by Sean Tijerina in the first. Fighting still is Charles Sanchez, first time up. 8-9 one-hitters due up here in the bottom of the third. Sanchez hitting .238, 5 hits, 4 runs scored, 3 walks. Two-way player that also can pitch. Back-to-back foul balls with 2 strikes. 13th game played for Sanchez. Infield, outfield, and right-handed pitcher. Two from Burnt. Ground ball. Right, left side, throw on the run by Brentley Oaks. Made it look routine.
Up next to bat
for
Hornets,
out number
12,
1.
Cody Sutton.
5 straight retired. Check that, 6 straight retired after Jesus Padilla's fielder's choice. Got them out number 2. In the first, Cody Sutton playing right field in the box. Sees the first pitch strike. Arm side run from that fastball of Burnt. And quickly down 0-2 is Sutton, 13th game played. 2 for 10 on the year. On base percentage of .273. That one's outside. 1-2. Burnt delivers home. Sent out to center field, and Schnabel is there for the 5th time.
Up next to bat
First time through the order, he has made a play. Recording 5 of the 8 outs here early. Would have to get back to back for his 3rd straight inning with 2 putouts. Leo Gonzalez flew out to him to lead off the game. Big hack there from Gonzalez, comes up empty. Strike 1. Gonzalez, through 14 games, has 12 hits, 9 runs, 6 RBIs. Batting average of .333, on base percentage of .432.
Heads up.
And skies this one up to the top row, and it falls down from the bleachers on the football side. So the count goes to 1-2. That one gets away from Montijo. Still 2-2. Two outs. Burnt delivers home. That one high and outside, so the count runs full. Sean Tijerina on deck. Only batter to get on base against Anderson Burnt thus far. Payoff is low, and that's the first walk Anderson Burnt surrenders.
Up next to bat for the Hornets, number 24, Sean Tijerina.
So now Sean Tijerina in the box. Leo Gonzalez at first. From the left side, and first pitch of ball upstairs. And coming out to the mound is head coach Austin Yeager. First year as the head coach, 2nd year at Buda Johnson. Last year, Jags went 18-16-1, finishing 4th in district play, and was ousted in the by-district round. 2nd year in a row, they have gone to the playoffs and lost in the first round, both times to a worthy opponent in the Round Rock Dragons. A 3-game set last year, and then a tight 2-game series win for the Dragons in 2023. Buda Johnson has gone to the playoffs the last 3 years after their inaugural season in 2020. Close play there at first on the pickoff. Burnt has shown some good quick moves over to first. Hasn't gotten the pickoff today yet. 2-0 swinging is Tijerina, center field. Schnabel's there once again. He's a ball magnet out in center field today. 6 putouts for the center fielder. And it's another scoreless frame for Anderson Burnt. We're through 3. 7-0 lead for the Buda Boys.
side, Aiden Sosa.
So a new pitcher on the mound for East Central. The third pitcher they have used today. And this time it's going to be a left-handed pitcher, number 9, Aiden Sosa. As a pitcher, has a 2-1 record, a 3.06 ERA, has pitched 16 innings, 12 runs, only 7 of those runs he has given up have been earned. 11 hits surrendered, 15 strikeouts to a 12 walk ratio. This is his 6th appearance on the year, and is trying to get a scoreless frame for the first time for this East Central pitching staff. They rely heavily on the pitching side, and so far in this one it's been the bats of Buda Johnson that have been more effective. They've got 7 runs through the first 3 innings, 4 in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 more in the third.
Up to bat for the Jaguars, number 20.
They've got 2 hits in each inning. 4 runs on 2 hits, had an RBI single by Johnny Duran, a 3-run homer by Thomas Schnabel in that frame. A double by Brentley Oaks and an RBI single from Selvin Garrett, pushed across another in the second. And then a single and double by Anderson Burnt. And Joseph Cardona Jr. had runners at second and third with 1 out. Brentley Oaks brought in a run on the sac fly, and then another came home on the pass ball. So heart of the order due up here in the 4th. Ricky Montijo, 0 for 1. Struck out his last time, but was hit by a pitch in the first. Came around to score. 2-1 count. Fastball pulled inside, and the count goes to 3-1. And it'll be a 5-pitch walk surrendered by Aiden Sosa.
For the Jaguars, number 30,
So
Johnny Duran.
they have struggled to pitch against this powerful batting order of Buda Johnson. They can do it 1 through 9. Trying to get Johnny Durand and Joseph Cardona Jr. going. Both with big time hits so far in this contest. First one downstairs to Duran. 1 for 2. Singled in the first, flew out to center in the second. One out. Fouled off the catcher's mask. Padilla shakes it off like nothing ever happened. 1-1. And not sure what happened there. Our field umpire, I've been just wiping off the mound, trying to make sure they see the rubber. But all good. Pickoff attempt, and backsliding was the courtesy runner for Montijo, being Parker George. strike there. Runs the count to 1-2. Now it's trying to go for back pick again. This time taking off his back foot. Almost threw it away. George, plenty of speed at first. Not running here. Nice take on that curveball. 2-2. Two count. Nobody gone here in the top of the fourth. Coming set at the stomach. Sosa delivers home. That one's low and in. And the count now runs full to Johnny Duran. Schnabel on deck, 1 for 2. 3-run homer his first time up. Long stare in. And a throw to first. And Tijerina off his mark again. Making sure it doesn't get away for extra bases. Sun's fully set here in San Antonio. Temperature continues to drop as the lights in their full glow. Wind continuing to gust. High pop-up. Shallow center field, drifting back, and it drops out of the glove of the second baseman, but nowhere for Parker George to really go. And there's going to be a pinch runner for Johnny Duran. It'll be number 7, Cohen Beacom. So no error on that play. It'll just be a fielder's choice. Officially a 4-6 put out for East Central. Ramirez to Gonzalez up the middle. Called strike to start off Schnabel. Just outside. Looked good, but too far outside for Sosa to get the call. 1-1 count, 1 away. Another pickoff attempt. Beacom's backsliding. One, curveball ripped off the dugout. Got some padding there in front of the dugout. On the third base side. It's now a 1-2 count for Schnabel. 1-5. Seniors committed to play at the collegiate level next year. High towering pop-up. This will drift into shallow left field. And making the play at short this time is Leo Gonzalez.
Number 25, Anderson Byrne.
So 2 gone. Anderson Byrne trying to help himself out. 1 for 2. Singled and scored his last time up. Sweeping curveball. That misses the zone. 1-0 to Burnt. And gets caught chasing the cheese upstairs. 1-1. Strikeout swinging in the first and then repaid the next pitcher with a line shot right off the glove of Brandon Daniel. So first time seeing Sosa today. Pickoff attempt, back safely again as Cohen Beacom. Avon Juarez went 1 inning. Starter saw 7 batters. Gave up 4 runs on 2 hits. Had 2 strikeouts, 1 walk and 1 hit by batsman. Called strike on the inside pitch. Takes the count to 2-2. Brandon Daniel in relief went 2 innings, giving up 3 runs, all of them earned. That one's outside, count runs full. Gave up 4 hits and gave up also 2 free passes, walks to Lavasser and Plummer. Running will be Beacom on the pitch. 3-2 to Burnt. Swing and a miss. He strikes out for the second time today. And it's the first inning. The Hornets have put up a 0 against the Buda Johnson Jaguars. Halfway through this contest, it's all Buda Johnson up 7-0 over East Central. Bottom 4 here at East Central High School. It's the Buda Johnson Jaguars with a 7-0 lead. Anderson Burnt trying to continue his success on the bump.
Hornets, number 11,
3 scoreless innings. Faces the heart of the order. 3, 4, 5 hitters. Jesus Padilla, J.D. Vargas, and Vincent Ramirez here in the 4th. So far for Anderson Burnt, no runs, has only surrendered 1 hit to Sean Tijerina, and his first walk of the game came against Leo Gonzalez in the 3rd. Bounces back with another strike to Padilla, 1-1. That one's just low at the zone, 2-1. Two one to Padilla. Called strike on the outside corner. Count at 2-2. Burnt strikes out Padilla. It's his first K of the day of the looking order.
Next up to bat for the
First
Hornets,
strikeout
number 13,
overall
J.D. Vargas.
for Anderson Burnt. And time called as Brentley Oaks looks to have a possible hole in his glove. He's gonna switch out gloves, playing some long toss with the gloves, and he doesn't want that glove, so he's gonna get another glove. So, not sure whose glove he's borrowing or if he's got multiple in the bag. But Oaks has needed it. Has had 2 assists. One time Padilla grounded out to him on a fielder's choice when they were trying to turn a double play in the first inning. The other last inning as Charles Sanchez grounded out to him to start the third. Strike to start J.D. Vargas' second at bat. Flew out to center field. And he's quickly down 0-2. Wind continuing to whip. Blowing out at the hitter's back into the face of Anderson Burnt. 0-2. And he put some extra mustard on that one. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, J.D. Vargas. Back-to-back Ks for Anderson Burnt. And there are 2 away. So now Vincent Ramirez. Sees that one skipped into the glove of Montiel for ball 1. Fouls this one out of play into the bleachers of the football stadium. 1-1. And that last strikeout pitch from Burnt, going with the fastball. Got to see kind of the Trevor Bauer extra yell and grunt. Get some extra velo on that fastball. Blows the 1-1 by Ramirez. 1-2 is fouled off. Similar position. Bounces all the way back to spectator here against the fence. Another 1-2 from Burnt. This one short hops Montijo into his glove for 2-2. Ramirez lined out to Schnabel to start the second. Burnt looking for another 1-2-3 frame. Ground ball, that's foul by Brentley Oaks. Gave it a good run as it was fielded in the third base coach's box from head coach Hector Delgadillo. Delgadillo in his 3rd year at the helm in East Central. Line drive up the middle, base hit for Vincent Ramirez. 2 good swings against Anderson Burnt.
Next up to bat for the Hornets, number 28, Josiah Salas.
So it will not be another 1-2-3 frame for Burnt. Only the 3rd base runner surrendered by the starter for Buda Johnson. So still cruising. Josiah Salas almost was going to see Burnt for a second time next inning. Burnt has had some great pickoff moves. Cohen Beacom coming in for Johnny Duran at first. Almost applied the tag early enough to retire Ramirez. Instead, it's ball 1 to Salas. Called strike. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Sauce fouled out to first base. Throws late once again. A little bit more up the line. Into the base runner's path. 1-1. High and away. 2-1. Possible pitch out there, trying to give Montillo another chance to throw out some runners. Been one of the best in the district at doing so. Changeup catches the zone. Count at 2-2. So 2-2 count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Anderson burnt. Can't get that one to go. And the count runs full. Ramirez will be off on the pitch. Gonzalo Martinez on deck. Pickoff attempt is low. And late.
Right here, bud, right here.
Burnt comes set at the chest. 3-2 delivery to Salas, and he will strike out the side here in the 4th. His first 3 Ks of the game. Another scoreless frame for Anderson Burnt. Has only thrown 68 pitches and holds
out of 19 Bexar
a
County ISDs.
7-0 lead here on the road for the Buda Johnson Jaguars.
It will remain among the lowest while
Top 5 we go here from San Antonio. A 7-0 lead for the Buda Johnson Jaguars. A quintessential series for both of these teams. Currently in that 4th and final playoff spot are the Buda Johnson Jaguars, tied at 3-2 in district play with the Steel Knights. Just a spot out of the playoffs currently are the East Central Hornets at a 4-3 record. In district play, they won their first game versus Judson 11-0 in 5 innings. Split the series with Steel, winning game 1 5-3, losing game 2 4-2. Was swept by the San Marcos Rattlers. A 10-6 run roll victory in game 1 for San Marcos, and then they went extra innings, losing 2-1 were the Hornets in game 2. And then it was a clean sweep last week for the Hornets against the Canyon Cougars, winning 9-5 in New Braunfels, and a walk-off victory in game 2. 2-1 win. They scored in the 1st. Canyon waited to the 7th to score their first run. And then the Hornets played some small ball to their identity and were able to walk off the Cougars for their 4th district victory, their first series win. High pop-up to start the 5th from Joseph Cardona Jr. Making the play at short is Gonzalez.
Lavasser.
So Lavasser comes up. 0 for 1. Reached on a walk his last time to the plate. been a similar start to district play for Buda Johnson. Swept Canyon, split their series with Clemens. Team that East Central play next week. The Buffs. Away from district play action this week, playing Tivy tonight. Ground ball, backhanded, throw to first, in time. Nice play up the middle by the second baseman, Vincent Ramirez.
Jaguars number 22, Brindley
Caught a
Oaks.
nasty hop, but a sliding stop on the backhand. Throw in time to get his position counterpart for out number 2. So now Brindley Oaks up 1 for 1, doubled and scored his first time up, sacrifice fly in the third. Sweeping curveball, misses the zone for ball 1. Fastball, left it a little high there, was Sosa. That one fouled off. Two and 1 count now to Oaks. Getting some recognition for his good play here in his sophomore campaign from some 5-tool and high school scouts. One of the team leaders in runs scored, 3-1, and he will draw a 2-out walk. Turn the lineup over.
Number 3, Gannon Plummer.
Back to the top of the order. Gannon Plummer walked his last time up. Has reached 2 of the 3 times. Still looking to extend his hitting streak though. Currently at 7 games. Has a hit in all 5 district contests. Fouls this one off his foot in the box. Left on left matchup here. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Count now at 0-2 to Plummer. Brindley Oaks at first. 7-0 lead for Buda Johnson. Would still need 3 more to get the run roll going. This one's a high fly ball right center field, tracking under it and making the catch on the run for out number 3 is Cody Sutton. So another scoreless frame for Aiden Sosa. No runs on no hits, 1 left stranded for the Buda Johnson Jaguars. To the 5th inning stretch we go. 7-0 lead for the Jags.
what a guy, his fist open big, knows the time, and too legit to quit saying.
Bottom 5 we go. Anderson Burnt still working on the bump for the Buda Johnson Jaguars. Trying to start another winning streak here today.
Up to bat for the Hornets, number 4.
14 and 5 on the year. They've only lost back-to-back games one time this year. And mostly due to the fact of them not being able to play the first weekend in the Syntex First Pitch Classic. This is a high fly ball right field, and Devin Bisbee's under it, making sure he played the wind correctly.
Charles Sanchez.
As Gonzalo Martinez flies out to right field for out number 1 in the 5th. Instead of playing in the Syntex First Pitch Classic February 20th through the 22nd, Jags picked up a game with a state-ranked Dripping Springs team. They lost that game 7-0. In the ensuing game at home against Austin Bowie on the 25th, ended up losing to the Bowie Bulldogs 5-3. After that point, they've bounced back well. 4-1 weekend in Round Rock. Their only loss coming against the Dragons, 9-8. Most of that weekend, they showed off the offense, scoring double-digit runs 3 of the 5 games, and or excuse me, 3 of the 6 games, and almost adding a 4th, scoring 8 runs against Round Rock. There's a single the opposite way by Charles Sanchez. So just the 3rd hit surrendered by Anderson Burnt. Here with 1 out, and the 9-hole hitter Cody Sutton at the plate. We'll see how much longer Anderson Burnt goes. Another pickoff attempt, and got him this time. He's been waiting for a pickoff attempt, and he finally got a victim. This time it's Charles Sanchez. Caught just napping. So 2 gone in the inning after only the 4th East Central Hornet to reach base against Burnt. Good spot, but just out of the zone from Burnt. 1-0. They've shown they could win with lots of runs like they did in Round Rock. They also showed they could win in low run games. A 4-0 weekend in the Langham Creek Houston tournament. 2 1-0 victories and a 3-1 victory. There's a nice play in shallow center field, making the grab for an unconventional 1-2-3 inning. Anderson Burnt gets a big handshake from head coach Austin Yeager, a pat on the back.
77 pitches for Burnt.
Just 77 pitches that Anderson Burnt has needed to throw 5 scoreless shutout innings. We go to the 6th, the 7-0 lead for the Buda Johnson Jags.
Does not make sense. What's 2 and all you need is 1? Who's to blame for the empty gun if all tears fall from the sky? Why do they fall from your eyes? Leave a sparkle that you see in dreams. What's to come when the grass don't turn green? It's running fast, you cannot slow. Sitting wondering where I'll go. Drifting head in lazy eyes.
Up to bat
Top
for the
six
Jaguars,
we
number
go.
12, Selvin Garrett.
Top of the lineup due up for the Buda Johnson Jaguars. Trying to move to 4-2 in district play. We mentioned both of these teams on the bubble. Currently just about halfway through the district slate. One of 3 district series as first pitch ripping is Selvin Garrett down the left field line. He'll take a big turn and stay put at first base. A multi-hit day for Selvin Garrett.
Next up to bat, number 20, Ricky Montijo.
So back to the hit train are the Jags. Now 7 hits on the game for Buda Johnson. Ricky Montijo has reached base twice, walked and hit by a pitch. Does not pull the trigger on that called strike on the outside corner. Aiden Sosa trying to get through a 3rd inning of work, standing up at first. After that pickoff goes Selvin Garrett. Flare down the right field line, giving it chase, and that one is a fair ball. Overrunning it in right field was Cody Sutton. Selvin Garrett will get to 3rd. I don't think it hit the glove of Sutton, so that should be ruled a double by Ricky Montijo. Depends on how they score that last play. Probably a ball that should be caught, but overrunning it down the right field line. If it is ruled a double for Montijo, it's his 19th hit of the year and his 7th double. So now 2 in scoring position. There's a infield flare by Cohen Beacom, and that's a first pitch out there
Up next
for
to bat, number 17,
Aiden Sosa.
Thomas Schnabel.
So now Thomas Schnabel already had big swing in this one. Faces the infield in with 1 gone. Fastball on the outside corner, outside for ball 1. Since his 3-run homer in the first, struck out looking in the 3rd, and infield pop-up caught by the shortstop Gonzalez. That one's low, so a hitter's count now for Schnabel. Last year, voted to the first team all-district team. Abilene Christian commit, swings through that one. 2-1. We've seen the bat be electric. We've seen the defensive range, all the putouts, tracking down the fly balls and lineouts. Good leave there on that curveball. 3-1. Hasn't had to use much of his speed around the bases, and has had good jumps in the outfield. Runs a 6.67 60. 3-1. That one's low, bounced in the dirt. A 5-pitch walk, loads the bases up
Next to bat for the
for
Jaguars,
Anderson
number
Burnt.
25, Anderson Burnt.
So Burnt looks to help himself out here once again. 1 for 3, struck out in the first, singled and scored in the 3rd. and struck out to end the fourth. First time facing a Hornet pitcher for the second time today. Is Burnt. Rips this one to left field. That'll score Garrett for sure. Getting the wave around and scoring easily is the courtesy runner for Montijo, Parker George. A 2 RBI single for Anderson. Burnt makes it a 9-0 game.
Up next to bat for the
And
Jaguars,
the run
number 9,
rule
Joseph Cardona Jr.
is well within reach for Buda Johnson. So courtesy running for Burnt will be Grayson Laborde. Second time he's been on the bases. Schnabel at second. First pitch taking is Joseph Cardona Jr. So now 9 hits for the Jags, 9 runs scored. Big cut there from Cardona. Comes up empty, 1-1. Bounced out to first his first time up. Doubled in the third, and then infield pop-up to Gonzalez last time to lead off the fifth. Back-to-back swing and misses. Takes the count to 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Going down on strikes is Joseph Cardona Jr. Another strikeout for East Central pitching. That's now 8 times
Up next to bat
Hornets
for the
have
Jaguars,
struck
number
out
11,
the Jags
Kason
at the
Holem.
plate. And pinch hitting for Luke Lavasser will be the left-handed hitting Kason Holem. Holem with 2 on and 2 out. First pitch strike. Thrown to Holem. Holem. Now his 5th game he's played in. 1 for 6 as a batter. Has scored 3 runs and walked once. Also hit by a pitch another time. This is his 9th plate appearance on the season. 1-1 count. Called strike on the outside corner. Takes it to 1-2. Schnabel at second. Laborde at first. This is a line drive up the middle, base hit. Schnabel will be raved around to home. The throw is cut off, and Laborde is caught in between second and third, but the run will score. It's now a 10-0 game. 3 outs away are the Jags from another run rule victory in district play. Stay with us here from San Antonio. The finish from East Central High School after this. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Just 3 outs away are the Buda Johnson Jaguars from a run rule victory. It would be their second in district play and only their third on the season. Their first run rule victory coming against Burleson Centennial, a 14-0 win. They scored 10 runs in the first inning in that tournament game
Jaguars, Miller,
in Round Rock. They also had I'd have to look back see if the 16-6 win versus Liberty Hill was also in run rule fashion. But they've had some sizable wins. But 11-1 victory was their first run rule victory of district play. Trying to look for a 10-0 win in 6 innings versus East Central. After a great
number 6, Leo Gonzalez.
Scoreless 5 innings, Anderson Burnt will turn the ball to Miller Ohlendorf. Had been the starter the last 2 Fridays. Will come on in a close appearance. Hopefully keep that pitch count down where he could possibly throw again on Friday night. On the year for Miller Ohlendorf. This is his 9th appearance of the year. Has pitched 15 1/3 innings, a 2-1 record. Got the loss his last time he pitched against the Clemens Buffaloes on Friday night. Starting that game, only was able to get 2 outs in that one, giving up 3 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned on 2 walks and 1 strikeout. Walks the lead off to start the 6th. Leo Gonzalez, number 6, trying to keep this game going. Second time he's walked today. Brings up Sean Tijerina. As the top of the order will try to score and push this game to the 7th. Fouling this one away is Tijerina. Singled in the first and flew out to Schnabel in center for the final out of the 3rd. And that one's a little bit of a cross-up between Montijo and Ohlendorf. So to second on the wild pitch goes Gonzalez. On the season, Ohlendorf has given up 9 runs, all of them earned. 14 hits, 22 strikeouts, and 14 walks. Ground ball right side, making the play for out number 1.
Next up for the Hornets, number 11, Jesus Padilla.
Lavasser. So moving to 3rd, though, is Gonzalez. 1 gone in the bottom of the 6th. Jesus Padilla. 0 for 2 today. Sees the first pitch strike. Just missing there was Ohlendorf, 1-1. Padilla struck out looking to start the 4th and grounded into a fielder's choice at 3rd base. His first time up, swings through that fastball as the count goes to 1-2. High pop-up, that'll get out of play. One, two. Curveball that stays high. 2-2. Fouls this one to the back netting. Ohlendorf this year was a bullpen piece prior to his start against the Woodlands on March 6th. Pitched very well against another state-ranked team. Went 5 innings against them, picking up the win. And just couldn't get the call there as the count runs full. Against the Woodlands, held them scoreless as there's his first strikeout. And they're 2 away for the Hornets, down to their final out as J.D. Vargas comes up. Ohlendorf only gave up 2 hits, had 7 strikeouts against the Woodlands, only 1 walk. Also went 5 against Canyon, giving up 3 runs, all of them earned on 4 hits, 4 walks, and 8 strikeouts in a home victory versus the Cougs. First pitch strike starts off Vargas's third at bat. Went down on strikes in the 4th and flew out to Schnabel in the 1st. That one's low with the fastball. Ohlendorf, a wide range in his arsenal. Fastball, curveball, changeup, and splitter. 1-1. Nice fastball on the outside corner. And the Jags are 1 out away from taking the first of 2 games versus the Hornets this week. One, 2 from Ohlendorf. Fastball's pulled outside. Two count. Ohlendorf to Vargas is low, and the count runs full to the cleanup hitter for East Central. Vincent Ramirez on deck. Has had 2 quality at-bats, a line out to Schnabel in the 2nd, a single up the middle in the 4th. High pop-up in the infield. Charging in is Brentley Oaks, losing the hat, and making the catch for out number 3 is Brentley Oaks. Miller Ohlendorf finishes the deal off in the 6th, and Buda Johnson wins in 6 innings over East Central. A 10-0 victory for the Jags, improving to 15-5 on the year, 4-2 in district play. They do it on the arm of Anderson Burnt, getting his 3rd victory on the season. Now 3-0 is the big righty, going 5 innings in this contest, only giving up 3 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts for his outing. Plenty of offense as well from the Buda Johnson Jaguars. 4 runs in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, and 3 more in the 6th to enact the run rule victory. They got it from top to bottom. Brentley Oaks had a good game. Selvin Garrett, a multi-hit game. Ricky Montijo, a big double. And it all got started as well from Thomas Schnabel, a 3-run homer in the 1st inning. Anderson Burnt also did it at the plate, having a couple hits, 2 for 4 day to go along with his pitching line. Joseph Cardona Jr. back in the DH spot, had a big double and scored in the 3rd. So a well-rounded victory for the Buda Johnson Jaguars, getting them to 15-5 on the year, 4-2 in district play. East Central falls to even 500, 9-9 overall, and 4-4 in district play. These two will face off in Buda, Texas on Friday night. 7 o'clock first pitch, 6:50 pregame. I'll be on the call once again. But we will say good night on a Tuesday night under the lights in San Antonio. The Buda Johnson Jaguars are victorious. The Buda boys will head back home and get their home unis on and hope for a second district sweep in 3 weeks after splitting with Clemens last week. But a start of a potential winning streak once again. They've won 9 of their last 10, and we will say so long on a Sunday a Tuesday from San Antonio. 10-0 victory for Buda Johnson. This has been a production of Vype Live.